Yo, what's up, YouTube? Man, this is attempt like 50 million because my phone just won't record the video, and I don't know why, or it stops the video in mid-recording. And I'm gonna try and give it another shot. Hopefully it works. Guys, last week somebody in the comments asked me to make a video about Frankie and how I met him and like the memories I got with him and like how to describe him. And since I suck at describing people, we're gonna start with that first. Frankie is a humble man. He's a kind, he's amazing, he's friendly, he's loving, he has style. Like he's just an amazing person, and like he's always up to something good. Like seems like and he always has his mind right, and like he's a positive person, and he's a good guy. And before I get into this video, all I can say is, if you're looking for one friend in life, what you need, get yourself a Frankie. Because this dude is unbelievably, like, just amazing. And he's an amazing human being. And, you know, I'm so happy that I have his friendship for this 12-year or 11-year strong friendship. It's amazing how it started and where we are today. And, yeah, it's just amazing how it started, for sure. So that's me describing Frankie. He knows I suck at describing, so if he's watching this video, I did my best. Plus, it started getting windy a little bit, and it's kind of cold outside, but it's all good. So the way I met Frankie is that he actually moved next door to our old house, and I never talked to him until like a while. But the first time I ever saw Frankie, I thought he was a drug dealer, all because he had an afro. Yeah, that's kind of embarrassing, but I really thought he was a drug dealer. I've told him that, so he knows about it, and now you guys know. But he ain't. He was just an average high school and middle school kid. I think he was just, I think he was just a middle. He was maybe in elementary. I don't know, or middle school. He was in 1st grade. I can't even remember, but I actually walked over there and I met him and his sister and his mom, and his sister actually went to the school my dad was working at, so it kind of worked out, and we all became friends. And to this day, 12 years or 11 years strong. I think it's 11, maybe it's 12, I can't remember. We've been through a lot, and we're still strong 11 years later, or 12. I can't remember the years, but I think it's 12. Let's just say it's 12. If it's 11, they'll correct me, or somebody will correct me if they know that, if they watch that video. So I'll watch this video. Okay, so memories I have with Frankie. Well, there's a lot, and I'm gonna say a few, and I'm not gonna describe most of them, but there is one I really don't get into details with. So, me and Frankie coached football together, flag football, won back-to-back championships. We also had our buddy Isaiah with us, so those are good times because we didn't know what we were doing. We were like rookie, like we knew what we were doing, but we were rookie coaches, and going in, everyone thought, these 3 coaches are coming in, they're not going to do good, they don't know nothing about football, and we shocked those leagues. Like, we played a team that went undefeated for years and kept on winning championships. We beat them in the championship. Yes, we lost to them twice in the regular season, but we beat them in the championship, and that's all that matters. The next year later, we actually coached more flag football, and we actually played a team who played tackle football. They were just doing flag for training and stuff and getting into condition. And we beat them in the championship. And I gotta say, to those players who were on those teams, they were a big part of it, obviously, because they were the players. But as the coaches trying to coach 12-year-olds and 13-year-olds, and some of them not listening, or some of them not getting the process of what we have to do in the play, like, it's kind of hard. But we got down and we did the job. So I'll never forget that. That's a good memory with Frankie. The baseball games I've taken him to, and the baseball games he's taken me to, those have always been fun. But every time he comes with me, the Dodgers seem to lose. But the last time he was with me, I actually got Matt Beatty to throw me a baseball, and Frankie might be thankful for this one. But Matt Beatty gunned the ball towards Frankie's face on accident. And luckily for me, I had a nice, beautiful reach. And I had a nice, beautiful reach. There we go. And caught the ball. I caught it like right in front of Frankie's face with my glove. Because if I didn't catch that, bro, Frankie maybe would have lost a couple teeth. I don't know. But that's a good memory, even though the Dodgers lost that night. That's always fun knowing that Frankie was with me in that point where I got that ball from Matt Beatty. We did a bunch of Madden tournaments when we would all grind on Madden, our whole friend group. And like, I remember one night we went to our buddy Isaiah's house, and I eliminated Zay right away. And I made Zay feel goofy because he was hosting it, and you know, I just beat him real quick, like he wasn't the host. And you know, I beat him in his own crib, so that must have hurt. But you know, I remember that night, and Zay got back into the tournament because somebody left, and Zay told us he'd put another 20 in just to play Frankie and see if he could advance to the championship, where Frankie actually beat Zay. Well, then there's this guy named Andrew. We're taking like an intermission or some crap, and I'm talking to Frankie outside on the back porch because I'm like, bro, I don't think I could beat this dude. He's super good. There's no way. And you know, Frankie believed in me. He was like, bro, you got the heart and soul to win this game. Like, you got to be competitive. Just put some music in and do your thing. Well, put that music in and did my thing and won that game. And me and Frankie actually made it to the championship together. But it was like 3 o'clock in the morning, so we decided to leave because you know, we needed our Z's for sure. But that's a good time with Frankie. Another time with Frankie what really stands out. This is one of the memories where I kind of know this. It made, like, I knew I'd have a lifetime brotherhood with Frankie. And so it was my brother's birthday, and Jason had friends over, and they actually like kind of made me upset. And like, I went to the side of our house and I started crying. Like, I was still young, but you know, I started crying, and Frankie went out to get the mail, and he saw me and he was like, "Come on over, pimp. Like, let's just chill. Let's chill and watch the FIFA World Cup." And I was like, "Oh, okay, cool. Like, sure, I'll come over." And you know, you know, I was sitting there with him watching the FIFA World Cup, and him and I talked about it. And like, that day, knowing that Frankie called me over when he saw me upset, and he like talked to me about it and told me like, "Oh, it's all good. They're just being older kids being jerks to you because you're younger," and like just talking to me about the situation. Like, that kind of made me know that Frankie and I would have a brotherhood all our lives. And I really appreciate like that moment, because that really made me know that like Frankie's gonna be by my side pretty much my whole life, and I'll be by his side, and he knows that. And that's probably my favorite memory, one of my favorites. Like, there's so much, guys. Like, I'll tell one more what's pretty funny, and end the video there. But if he is watching this video, he knows there's so many memories that it maybe take me like a 5-hour video to put all those memories in. But but you know, I don't have time to put like a 5-hour video up on YouTube. And but another memory that stands out with Frankie, this one's pretty funny, is that his sister, I, and Jason, and him, we're all having a sleepover at our old house, and Frankie was sleep talking, which I don't think he does now, but if he hits a pillow nowadays, like, Frankie's that type of person who's like, let's watch a movie, and before the movie even gets started, he's out, just like that. He's out like a light. So Frankie is a terrible movie watcher when it comes to being at home. I don't even know if he does it at theaters. We've never taken him to a theater movie. I'm pretty sure he doesn't, but if he does, then his ticket's not even worth it, because all he does is sleep. But Frankie used to sleep talk, like I was saying, and I don't think he does it anymore. But we put the couches together. Jason's on this side, it's Cassidy, me, Frankie. Well, Frankie, me and Casty are the only ones up. Jason's sleeping, me and Casty are up, and Frankie's sleep talking, and he's like something Mario, and you know, being sarcastic, I said Luigi, and Frankie lifted his arm up and hit me in the balls. I'll never forget that. It hurt so bad, and like the next morning, me and Cassie were telling him about it, and they, like, to this day, it's still one of the funniest things ever. Like, that's probably one of the funniest stories, and you know, Frankie was just dead asleep, and he said Mario, and I was like, Luigi, and Frankie hit me in the nuts. That's a pretty funny story. Like, Frankie, when he was sleeping, must have had an intention of doing that. But those are some memories in my description of Frankie and how I got to meet him. It is starting to get a little too windy outside for my liking. But I just want to make this video really quick. Frankie, if you're watching this, let me know down in the comments, or, you know, hit the like button. But if you're not Frankie, still comment, like, and subscribe on this video about my boy Frankie. And like I said in the beginning of the video, if you need one friend in your life who will be there, get yourself a Frankie. That's all I can say. Get yourself a Frankie. Alright guys, I'll see you guys in the next video. I have a video coming up on Wednesday, but besides that point, like, comment, subscribe, and I will see you guys on Wednesday. Oh my God, it won't.